What the piff is going on, my fellow Zenites? Welcome to the easiest way out in crypto. We had a cataclysmic launch last 25 hours, and it was a very wild ride throughout the coins. Let's take a look at our daily stats. On Ethereum, we made approximately 437 Pulsechain in the last 24 hours, but I can tell you, on Pulsechain the payout will be far greater. It was far greater. It was in the thousands per 1 million coins for sure, because there was a huge volume traded on the Pulsechain pair. First of all, we're going to take a look at the Ethereum prices of our favorite coins. You can see that Pulsechain took a huge dip going into the launch. Yeah, it is still dipping very hard. People don't want to give the Ethereum version any value, and they haven't even seen that what's going to happen when the bridge goes live, which hopefully happens tomorrow. I am not selling my Ethereum Pulsechain, however. I'm keeping them and I'm trying to bond them in the liquidity and bridge them over to Pulsechain. Then we will eventually get parity price here, 0.18 cents, which is quite low. However, we're going to take a look at the Pulsechain prices in a minute. We can see that other coins related to the Pulsechain are also taking a very massive dip here. PLSB, massive dip. Oh, Icosa, Hedron, you name it. Like all the Pulsechain related coins, people don't want to give them any value anymore on Ethereum. And let's see if they are right or wrong. We will see very soon. I'm really surprised how good Pulsechain is working. The gas fees are for the most part very low. In the beginning, you could have made like 30 transactions with only 100 coins. Now it is getting quite expensive. I think this is due to the Zen launch, and all those people are FOMO minting Zen right now, which consumes a lot of network capacity, and that is why the gas fees are running so high at the moment. We can also see total PulseX burned 5.7 billion. Obviously a lot of volume. We can't expect these numbers going forward. Let's take a look at the Pulsechain chart. Deck screener, there are the Pulsechain pools already. You can see them, and obviously here this is the Pulsechain USDC pair, and Pulsechain is trading up against USDC, of course, because USDC is getting worth less on the Pulsechain, and it will keep getting worth less. So actually we can't really, this chart here doesn't really make any sense, because every coin on Pulsechain looks like this against USDC, because when the bridge is open, which probably happen tomorrow, yeah, USDC will likely have no value. But in the beginning you can see that you could have swapped quite a nice amount for even USDC against PZen. So let's take a look at the real chart where we can get some value out of. Okay, this is the PZen to PLSX pair. You can look this up on Deck Screener, it's very helpful. Okay, we started off with a price where 1 PZen costs you 16 Pulsechain. Then we dumped quite significantly for a very short time. There was a very sharp dip where you could have bought Pulsechain for as cheap as 2 PLSX. Okay, this is crazy cheap. I hope some of you catch the dip, because it didn't last very long and it shooted up straight up to 17 PLSX per Pulsechain. Then it hovered here around a little, we saw some corrections, and now it is at 10, which is quite a good price. So if you are still looking for a good opportunity to get some ratio trades in for PZen, this is actually a great time to do some ratio trading here. Yeah, you can check these rates out yourself. Then you have like, yeah, with 10 PulseX you can buy 1 PZen right now. This is exactly the same rate as you can see here in this chart right now. So take a look at this chart. If this rate keeps dropping, buy as much Pulsechain as you can, and if this rate keeps rising, our bags and Pulsechain will get very expensive. I want to see this rate going up to 100 actually, because I will show you why I have this number in my mind in 1 second. If we go here to the hex to Pulsechain ratio, we can see that in order to buy 1 hex, you need to pay 37 Pulsechain, which is quite a lot. I think PZen therefore is still massively undervalued on the Pulsechain, because when you take a look at this price, okay, in order to buy 1 hex, you need to pay 37 PZen. Now we take a look at the Ethereum prices right now. Hex is at 0.3 cents and PZen is at 0.18. That's about 1/20th, a little bit more than 1/20th. That is Pulsechain worth right now on Ethereum, and that is the ratio it's currently trading in. Normally it was always like 1/10. When Hex was 3 cents, here Pulsechain was 1/10 of that, and it was like 0.3 cents. If we take a look at this here now, however, you can see that this rate here is way worth. It is not 1/10, and it is also not 1/20th. It is 1 to 36, and therefore I would like to see this come to 110 actually, which, yeah, because we saw those ratios 1/10 on Ethereum for a very long time, and I think this will come back. Also, if you want to add liquidity to this pair to give this price here less volatility, of course, maybe we can first shoot up and then add a lot of liquidity, but that's another story. If you want to add liquidity, however, you can do this here. Just tap the add liquidity button and then choose Pulsechain. Yeah, just choose it, add the number of coins you want to add, and then you have the LP token right here in your MetaMask wallet, and that's all you need. With the LP token, you are earning fees already, and the farm is only for PLSX2PS right now available. This will maybe soon change. There will come some other coins which are allowed to earn the incentive token on top. So you earn fees with the LP token. There's a voting system, and if our coin Pulsechain gets voted for to be able to receive the incentive token, then we may also appear here in this list, and there will be also like Hex will be there for sure, and like maybe other big coins like Liquid Loans or whatever, and eventually hopefully Pulsechain, because this incentive token incentivizes people even more to add liquidity to your pair. So I hope a lot of people will vote for Pulsechain, because a lot of liquidity is very good for trading big amounts and to grow big. So last but not least, I wanted to show you how the Pulsechain contract looks on Pulsechain. This is how the contract looks right now, and we have right now 29 addresses. This is because the chain is still indexing, and I guess those 29 addresses have already been active on the Pulsechain, have been trading some Pulsechain already. And when I first looked at this, it was like at 37 addresses or so, and we also saw a lot of transactions, which makes sense because the PIF was very crazy the last couple hours and days since Pulsechain launched. So, and then you can take a look as well to our top holders here. Yeah, there are quite a few. Yeah, you can look through this yourself. It's very interesting sometimes to see active wallets and to track them, especially in such a small community as Pulsechain. You can do this very well. Yeah, I'm very excited for the bridge opening, hopefully tomorrow. Then we will see what the price of Pulsechain will be. It is going to be very exciting, and I can't wait for the bridge to open. Because what I believe is happening is that the money will first flow into the really big coins like Pulsechain, Pulsex, and then it will trickle down to something like Liquid Loans or to something like Mintra, and then it will trickle down even more to something like Pulse Bitcoin, and then eventually, and you know, it takes a very little economic energy to make Pulsechain fly really high. Then eventually we will see what we have been always waiting for. Because everything is working fine. The contract works flawlessly after the copy, the PIF is working flawlessly, everything is working fine. And we will see then what we always expected to happen. This will come. You just need to be patient, and you need to hold on to your coins. Stick to this protocol and it will reward you very big, I can tell you that. Just stick to Pulsechain and you will be rewarded. Of course, no financial advice, but I think this is what is going to happen. Alright, with that said, I hope you had a great weekend and you also have been very much excited for the Pulsechain launch. I really enjoyed it to watch those ratios go up and down and to see all this crazy volume and watch these transactions coming in real time. It was crazy. I loved it and I enjoyed it from the first moment on. I think Richard Hyde did a very fantastic job of creating Pulsechain, Pulsex and Pulsechain. They're both working very well. I really like them to trade with them. It's so easy, so nice, smooth. Yeah, very happy. And with that said, easy way out.